Hey, this is Charly Emery, author of the brand new super savvy relationship book, Thank Goodness You Dumped His Ass. Use those Mr. Wrongs to lead you straight to Mr. Right. Welcome to my brand new tip series engineered to give you the straight skinny on how to elevate those love stats pronto and attract the relationship you want with power. So where are we going to kick this thing off? Well, you know what? I was thinking about Charlyism 1-1, which says whether you walk, skip, or run after love, if you fail to embrace it, you'll always be chasing it. So here it is, tip number 1, give yourself full permission to want and attract a relationship. This one is so important because for some reason in the woman's sphere at large, there's been this thing that's taken place where all of a sudden, it's like if you admit as a woman that you want a relationship, somehow you're needy, you're desperate, your life isn't good enough, you haven't achieved enough, or better yet, the achievements that you have are somehow less valuable after you make that statement. You guys, this is silly. We got to throw it out the window. Prime example, I have a lot of clients that come to me who are very successful females. They are kicking butt in the world every day, totally impressive. We start talking about relationships, and all of a sudden, boom, we get stopped with a disclaimer. By the way, I don't need a man. I don't need a relationship. You know, my life is fine without a relationship. It's fine today. I do this. I go here. I buy this. I pay for this. I drive this. It's like, you guys, there's nothing empowering about that. It actually suggests just the opposite, and it's a completely unnecessary, rather defensive stance. Of course you don't need a relationship. Of course you don't need a man. I mean, let's talk about needs. We got water. We got food. I like to add shelter to the list, even though technically it is not absolutely necessary to keep you alive. So there is no absolute need for a man in your life or a relationship. This is a desire. If you can put a vision board up in your room, just like Oprah had us all do, and decide what it is that you want and envision those things, why can't you say you want a relationship? Now, another reason why you might feel like you can't say it loudly and proudly is maybe your track record. And maybe your friends and family are like, that is the last thing you should be thinking about. Well, you know what? I understand. 2 divorces. Hello. Been there. But here's the reality. If you've defined that a relationship is something that will fulfill you in your life, then you owe it to yourself to go for it and be open for it and certainly admit that you want it. Your job after a bad track record is to look back and assess what were you doing, who were you in those moments, why did you make those choices, and where do you need to make corrections to get better results. And you can get all that information in Thank Goodness You Dumped His Ass, because it is totally the ultimate business handbook on attracting relationships. So remember, tip number 1, give yourself permission to want and attract the relationship that you desire. Email me, charly@charlysense.com. If you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer them in my tip series. Pick up a copy of Thank Goodness You Dumped His Ass today, available in paperback and Kindle on Amazon.com. And cheers to your best relationship ever.
Thank goodness that you dumped him, baby. Thank goodness that you dumped him, girl. Thank goodness that you dumped him, baby.